Well, hello. It is Jeff with Half-Assed Gaming, and I am doing a little video about FMOD and why I think it's going to be pretty awesome for American Truck Simulator and ETS2 as well. So there's a lot of grumblings and rumblings in the community about how why did you do this when the sounds aren't different, and why did you do this, and now all my mods are broken, and etc., etc. And I kind of wanted to cover a couple of these points. So why did they do this if you didn't change the sounds? They did change one of the sounds. One of the sounds is the T680. If you listen to that truck, it sounds extraordinarily different than the SCS sound version and not the FMOD sound. They did do a recording of the PACCAR MX-13 for that truck pretty recently, the end of last year, I believe. So those sounds have definitely been put in there in FMOD. So those are different than the other trucks. If you listen to them closely, you will notice that they are all different. But all the other trucks have the sounds that they were released with, except for the T680. I did not try the Lone Star. I know I personally felt that the Lone Star sounds were much better than the previous trucks that were released. So I'm curious if they kept those or if they've changed those, but I doubt it, since those were more recently created. At any rate, they did change the sounds on that particular truck. But the reason for changing to this engine is not to change all the sounds immediately. The purpose of it is to change the sounds overall. They can do a lot more with FMOD. You can the ambient sounds can be much more advanced and complex. Even the engine sounds can be more advanced and complex. And it's all to do with FMOD. So all you have to do is call FMOD's those parameters and events. So all you have to do is call a specific parameter, and whatever you do with that parameter in FMOD is what's going to happen. So as a modder, once you narrow down how you want to make the parameter sound, you do that. Having some serious issues with the eyelashes. As soon as you do that, you can make it sound a lot more different than SCS would expect. Or maybe they do expect it. I don't know. In their blog post, they mention that they're looking for modders to help them create better sounds, and if they do sound correct and all these things. And the only problem that I have is that they haven't released the tools or the guide to make the sounds, so it makes it hard to help them when you don't have all of the information. So I've been able to extract the stuff that they do have, but it only gives me the information about what the sounds are. It doesn't give me the information about how they're supposed to be packed into FMOD and utilized in that fashion, so I can't really adjust them at this point. So for the time being, I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to update the 3XX to have the 389s sounds. I might do the T680s just because they're newer and they sound a bit better than the 389, is in my personal opinion. I think the Jake on the T680 is much better than any other Jake in the game. It's that like brap, which is kind of nice to hear. You'll have to excuse my seeming tiredness, but the last 72 hours of sickness was pretty It was pretty tough. I haven't been that sick, and I don't even know how long. And I'm talking gastro. I'm not talking cold. Um, but yeah, so FMOD as an engine, like think of it as the game engine in SCS, right? They created Prism, which is their own engine to run their games in, and FMOD is its own sound engine. So by having that, um, having a whole separate engine do your sounds, you can do so much more with that and not take away from the in-game experience with what you already have. You're just counting on the third party to deal with the sounds. And I mean, FMOD is used in a lot of AAA titles. I think it's like Devils May Cry and a bunch of like Forza and stuff like that, and Assetto Corsa uses FMOD. So it's not like it's a brand new thing. It's been around for a long time. If you watch any of the videos, even just some of the I think it's the second video, explains how to do looping and stuff like that. And you can do so much with that tool. It's like more than any other sound engine, like even Audacity or anything like that I've ever seen. You can compress a sound, make it a different pitch, and make it random pitches, so you can loop it like 4 times and make every single loop a different pitch, and it will never be the same again. It's just, I mean, I couldn't even think of doing that. But once they put it all together, it kind of, it makes a different beep boop boop sound altogether, like some computer environment, you know what I mean? So you'd hear all kinds of different beeps in this terminal you were at or whatever. So it's just the ambient sounds and that kind of stuff that you can make so much better with FMOD. So the only thing we're waiting for is the guide, how they want it packed. And of course, after they do that, then we can start to explore. The only issue that I do have, and I know that other modders and other people that are, let me do something like this. So in order to mod a sound after FMOD, is you will have to get FMOD and download FMOD and install FMOD and learn how to use it. There's no other way to change. You won't be able to just change your Jakebreak by uploading one sound. It will basically be creating a new entire bank of sounds by just injecting that one sound into the bank. So you can extract the stuff, but once you extract it, it doesn't give you an idea. It does give you an idea, but it doesn't give you instruction on how it was originally put in the bank. It only gives you the sound files that it used in order to create the bank. So you'll have the original Jake, and you'll have the original loaded engine sound and unloaded engine sound and the turbo sound and all those things, but it won't give you like how it was put together in a hierarchical configuration. So that's where I'm stuck, and that's where most of the people are stuck, because there's no instruction on how, like, I can make a sound bank, but if it's not set up how the game wants to see it, then it's not going to matter. But yeah, so I'm hoping to make a couple videos tonight, I hope. But we'll see. I want to make one about the files that I've found so far, how to extract the sounds if you want to extract them. Maybe the video that I found on extracting doesn't have English words. It's just like arrows and text. So I may do something like that and like show you how to do the extraction and what tools you need to do that. Which of course, I mean, like I said, it doesn't really help. It only helps you get the files. So maybe later down the line, you'll be able to, create your own bank with different files or whatever. So yeah, that's about it for FMOD, I think. But it is much more powerful. It's different. You could essentially become a sound modder only, because there's going to be enough to do with that program that you could like truly change how the game sounds, like legitimately. There are default sounds in the game, and then every bank that you add over top of them kind of overwrites the previous. Kind of like if you have one mod on top of each other, but they're the same mod. So if you had like a Project 3XX version 1 and then Project X 3XX, the trailer mod that Chris Hahn put out, or Diesel rather, you put that above, right? Because you want that to overwrite what I've done, because he's got more options. So that's similar to what you're doing, except you don't really have to create that hierarchy in the mod list, because it's part of all those banks are part of the game. But you have to beware when you write a bank for like a native part of the game, like any ambient sounds or anything like that. They can be overwritten by another mod that has ambient sounds, and so on and so on and so on. So you just have to, you got to think about all those things when you're creating your sounds and looking at what mods you're using and stuff like that. So it's going to be fairly steep learning curve. But yeah, so I'll put together a video hopefully tonight, if not tomorrow, on how to get all those things, get all that information, the extracted files, and like what there's another file that tells you what the file or what the banks it's using and the parameters it's looking for and stuff like that. And those are plain text, so you can see what the game is calling for, which you're going to need when you're creating a sound mod for a truck anyway. So yeah, so I have to learn a couple of things like that. I have to learn how to separate the sounds, because they're not the same, because they're exclusive to the truck. So I have to figure out how to make them exclusive to the engines again. So we'll see. It's going to be a learning process for sure. But yeah, I will figure it out somehow or another. Anyway, too early to throw in the towel. So those folks that are throwing in the towel already, you got a long road ahead of you. So just wait it out. Every single update, there's been people that have thrown in the towel, and then somebody takes over, and then they get upset that they took over, and then they want the thing back, and just gotta stick with it. I've been doing it for 5 years. I've only taken like 2 months break, and that was 2 months too long, because you forget way too much. But anyway, we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Remember to click that button that's over there. I think I pointed the wrong way because it mirrors the thing. I don't know. It's over there. There's a bell. You got to hit the bell until it says all, because I'm going to start doing this, and I'm going to start doing all kinds of more videos soon. So you want to make sure that you get all those videos. So make sure that bell that's over there or something. Is it right there? No, it's over there. I don't know. It's somewhere right below here. Click it.